About 5 years ago, I was given this Swedish Mauser. Now I've had them before, though one I had was sporterized, and when I got this one I thought, unfortunately it's another sporterized Swedish Mauser. You can see in the stock right here where they filled in the buckle for the sling, the bolt handle's turned down, the stock's been cut. When I got it, it didn't have the rear sight. I'll go into that later. And I figured at the time when I got it that somebody had cut down the barrel too, along with drilling and tapping it. But what struck me funny was they took the rear sight off, but I thought they took and put the front sight back on it, which didn't make much sense to me. But so, like I said, I got the rifle. I figured it was sporterized, which it is, but the barrel length just didn't make any sense why somebody would cut it down and bother putting the front sight back on. So I ended up going online and I found out what I had was a model 1894 Swedish carbine. That's why the barrel's so short. Nobody cut it down and put the sight back on it. That's just the length of the barrel. And in fact, the bolt handle came that way on the carbines. Now you can see where they filled in the stock and stuff, put a rubber butt pad on it, so that's been cut down. But pretty much everything else is numbers matching, except for the rear sight. Now, like I said, it's been drilled and tapped. When I got it, it didn't have the rear sight on it, so I looked for a while on eBay and stuff for rear sights, but must be they're kind of hard to come by because they wanted at least $85 for one. I think that was the cheapest I found, and I really didn't, without shooting it and stuff, I didn't want to spend that kind of money on one. So my brother gave me a rear sight off one of his Swedish Mausers that he got rid of, but the problem was on the rifles it hinges in the front. This hinges in the back because it's a carbine. So what I ended up doing was I found, I believe it was either a Chilean or an Argentine rear sight. They hinged in the back where it needed to be, but it was about that much longer because it was from a rifle. So what I did was bought the sight, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but I cut it down and had it welded along the top. The guy at work did it for me, and you can definitely see, I don't know if you can on the camera or not, but you can see where it's been welded. But for right now, I just want to make sure everything works, make sure it fires fine, which I'm sure it will, but I don't know if the sight elevation wise is going to be okay, because like I said, it's off a different Mauser. I'm thinking it is, because I kind of did the old style of bore sighting it, where you take the bolt out, look down the barrel, and then look through the sight and see how close they are. But someday I'd really like to, because like I said, all it needs right now is the original stock with the butt plate on it, and it takes a nose cap. It's almost like the Enfield, with the two ears protecting the front sight. But like I said, I'm going to take it out hopefully real soon. I haven't shot it. I've had it like 5 years, haven't shot it yet because I was looking for the sight. But hopefully the weather's breaking here. We're in the 40s today. It's supposed to rain later though, but hopefully I can get it out soon and shoot it, because like I said, I've had 6.5. My brother has had them. They're really nice shooting. So I'd like that to be the next rifle that I get dies for. He actually has dies still. But I'd like to get the next size and dies and start reloading for it if it's any good. And maybe someday I could come across the stock for it.